now here's Jaclyn.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Wake Up with Jaclyn. I am Jaclyn St. James, your hostess. Today, it is February 11th, 2014. I can't believe it. I still can't believe it's February. I have had a week. Where do I begin? Okay, so, well, first, let's just go. All right, I have put on a little weight since last year. I went to the gym, and I found out what I weighed. Well, that doesn't make any girl happy. So, I've been a little depressed. But I know it's my fault, and, you know, I need to... I need to get on the ball and get my ass to the gym and start walking and, you know, stop doing the things and stop sitting behind this computer every day. So, yes, I've had that. Then, on top of everything, just the other day, what was it, Friday? Was it Friday? No, I'm sorry, it was yesterday, last night. Well, Saturday night here. And, I was at work, minding my own business, when all of a sudden I heard this loud boom! Well, I just knew. I just knew that somebody hit my car. I just had this feeling. Yes. My manager came over and she's like, you need to call 911 or call the police. I said, let me guess, they hit my car. She's like, yes. So, okay. I have had this really big thing. I'm not going to go into this whole thing because it is a long story. This was probably it was my first brand new car that I've ever bought. I bought it about 4 years ago. And I bought it down, and I'm going to say the name. I bought it at Lehman Mazda down in Miami, Florida. And it was one of the most worst experiences a new car buyer could ever have. Besides, you know, leases not going through and them telling you that they have, and then accusing you of stealing a car, which you had no idea that the lease fell through. Big old mess. Anyway, I ended up in the hospital, not because of the car, but I ended up in the hospital that month with pneumonia. I caught pneumonia. I've never had pneumonia, but again, that was my fault for not going to the doctor when I had a very long-ass cold and cough, which I'm still getting over now. And, yes, I had to, after 3 months of paper tags, I had to take my ass with a tube in my back, draining nasty liquid into a bubble, and I had to go down to Miami to fight with the lady at the desk to find out why I have no tags for my car. And then proceeded to turn around and ask the guy came up to me and asked me, how is the car doing? How are you doing? And I said, don't talk to me. Get away. I said, because you're fucking lucky that I haven't gotten this car right into this car dealership right through the window. I said, because you're on my hit list. It was a bad experience buying a brand new car for me. Anyway, so yes, I have had a ding. I have had someone hit my car, oh yes, another accident. Going down Los Olas Boulevard. Now, mind you, for the people out there, it's like a mini rodeo drive of shopping and stores and restaurants, cafes, and everything like that. The speed limit is 25 miles an hour. Yes. Well, I decided to throw the top down and let my hair blow in the wind on my way home from work, and lo and behold, I got it again. Yes, the doomsday cloud, which I get from my mother, flew over my head. Oh my gosh. Who does this happen to? Because I have never heard anything like this before. Who does this happen to? Okay. I'm driving down the road. I'm in the right lane. There's 2 lanes on each side. This beautiful 1967 Ford Mustang convertible with a family of 4 come driving down the road. All of a sudden, their front tire pops off, and I'm talking like a big explosion. All I saw was the tire go running across me. It hit a oncoming car, or another oncoming car. There was a motorcyclist next to me. He got hit. He fell off the bike. The bike went in front of me. I screamed like a damn girl, and hit the damn bike. And then the bike proceeded to keep going across the road, and it was one of those 3-wheeler bikes. Keep going across the road into oncoming traffic, which then hit another car on the side bumper. Who does that happen to? on a road that does 25 miles an hour while people are eating at a cafe and shopping. So anyway, this bitch proceeded to just pull out of the car. She didn't, turn the wheel to, no. She just pulled back out straight. This big old, I don't even know what it was, some big old car. Piled into my side door, my driver's side door. It's right in the fender on the driver's side. Just hit it. Then, the best part, I never once got, oh, I'm sorry. Nothing. She just stood at her car as we called the police. Then her husband proceeded to turn around saying it was my fault for parking there in a parking spot. Yes, and then I got to hear about all the lawyers that he was going to get involved because he is not paying for this ticket or this accident and all this. And I'm like, honey, we're in Florida. It's a no-fault state. So whatever you have to do, go do it. Yeah, so then the cop came. They blah, blah, blah. They did the thing. Then all of a sudden this man started taking pictures of me, like me, just taking pictures. And I'm like, excuse me, like paparazzi, hello? I'm like, can you please stop taking pictures of me? And then I was like, ma'am, I was talking to the cop, it was a woman. I said, ma'am, can you tell him to stop taking pictures of me? Right, so this cop's like, that's against the law, you can't take pictures without asking him. She goes, besides, he wasn't even in the car. Anyway. Oh yes, I wasn't dressed like this. I was my boy self. So, the best part for me was, now after all this commotion of him trying to eavesdrop, see what I'm talking about and things like that, the officer proceeded to, I guess, give them a ticket for something, I don't know. But she came over to me and to tell me to let my insurance know that they're getting a ticket. So, I knew the guy because he was staying with us, and he's from Kansas. So as I walked by to have the last word like I'm usually good at, I kind of walked back and I said, you just need to click your heels and go on home to Kansas. Enjoy your ticket. Maybe your lawyer can get you out of that one. I felt good. But now I have this dent in my car, so now I'm going to have to go get it fixed and go through that rental car and everything else. Oh, it's just a mess. I don't know. As I was thinking about trading in the car anyway. So maybe I'll just put the money in the bank and just let them take the damn car. I've had enough of this damn experience. Okay, so that was my week. Valentine's Day is coming up. I know we talked about this last week, but I was watching this thing with Joan Collins, one of my fabulous favorites of Dynasty, and she had some information about keeping love alive in a relationship. Now, if you want to keep the flame burning for Valentine's Day to come, you have to take this cue from Joan Collins. The small screen queen of Britain's Loose Women on Monday, February 3rd, revealed that what keeps a relationship steaming, even at her age, at 80 years old. And if you see her, I can't believe it, she's 80. She looks like she's 55. Come on. Plastic surgery is great. Okay, so her reply was sex, sex, and more sex. Amen. Praise Jesus. Love her. Okay, so Collins replied when she was asked what the top 3 most important things of the relationship with Percy Gibson, her husband of 12 years, who is 32 years her junior. According to the Daily Mail, the Dynasty star responded elicited chuckles, yes, from the audience and host panel. She then proceeded to discuss her May through December romance and her easygoing approach to love. Yes, Collins came on the show to promote her guest role of ITV's comedy, I believe it's Benidorm, and the return of her one-woman show. 80 years old, she's still going strong. One Night with Joan, yes. I just love Joan Collins. I'm more of a Crystal, though, fan, than Alexis. But Alexis had wonderful outfits. They all had wonderful outfits. God love them. Okay, McDonald's is in the news again. Yes, aren't we lucky to hear about this? Yes. I know all of you have seen this. You've all seen the pink goop that they say are in the chicken McNuggets. Okay, so, there's all these rumors and everything. Yes, it's really disgusting. If I can find a picture, I'm going to put it on here for you, like right here. If I find it. Okay. McDonald's Canada's fast food is now setting the record straight in a new commercial. Yes, McDonald's Canada has a program where employees will answer questions about the food. It was only a matter of time before someone would ask about that pink, nasty goop. Yes, in response, Nicolette Stefau, supply chain manager for McDonald's Canada, spoke out. We don't know what it is, and we don't know where it came from, but it has nothing to do with Chicken McNuggets. So rest assured, people, that pink goop is not part of Chicken McNuggets. Thank God, because you know what? Lately, I have one dying for some Chicken McNuggets, and I can't now that I saw that pink goop. I just can't. Looks like a big thing of Hubba Bubba. Okay, so let's see. Yes, to combat the skeptics, Stefan filmed the entire process during a tour through the area where the McNuggets are made. The video shows workers separating chicken breasts from full chickens, and those breasts are then put into a grinder. Yes, a grinder. They ground the meat and blend with seasoning and some skin for flavor and binding. Yes, the end result isn't exactly appetizing, however. But at least you know that Chicken McNuggets are made out of chicken, and it's not that damn pink, nasty goop. And wait till you see it. If you haven't seen it, it's disgusting. It looks like a big thing of goopy bubble gum. I don't know, it's just gross. Oh, and did you know this? I didn't know this either. But Chicken McNuggets have 4 shapes. Yes, they have 4 shapes. There is the bow, the ball, the boot, and the bow tie. I think I've only seen 2. Or at least that's all I've ever seen. Okay, here's another funny, interesting story that's come up. I was watching the thing. If for all you cat lovers out there, yes. If you want some kitten with your tea, yes. Oh my God, this is so weird. Okay, the San Francisco Bay Area is getting the United States' first and second cat cafe. Yes, you heard me right. Cat cafe, a feline phenomenon by the way of Japan. I thought they ate them. I know I may be wrong, so don't quote me. That reimagines cafes as oases where patrons can kick back with a hot drink and a resident cat. A pussy. Who hasn't felt that, like their Earl Grey would, go with some ambiance of purring. I just think it's funny. Anyway, I thought they ate cats. I may be wrong. Okay, so there's 2 spots that are coming up. Yes, there is the Kit T, and that's Kittea, cute, in San Francisco, and Cat Town Cafe in Oakland. Both are they're in planning stages right now, but will function slightly differently. Health codes are allowing the 2 cafes and are hoping for a 2014 opening. Kit T will be a halfway home for adoptable cats and has partnered with 2 shelters to populate the cafe. Its founders haven't nailed down a location yet, but aim to provide a relaxing alternative to the bustling coffee shops and bring the stress-relieving properties of pet ownership and catnip-infused tea to visitors. Wow. Now, Cat Town Cafe, which is on Oakland, yes, Oakland's Cat Town shelter will focus heavily on adoptions, but will welcome anyone in there for free playtime. Yes, one of its pioneers, Adam Myatt, is planning a miniature skyline of Oakland for the cats to crawl on and be all like Godzilla-like, with the cat's iconic port cranes reimaged as cat beds. I think that's so cute. Okay, so Cat Town is still looking for a location. So if anyone out there knows of an area, please let them know. The group has launched an Indiegogo campaign to raise funds. It's a pretty weird concept, but it can be a lot of fun, I think. Who knew? Now, cat cafes have been popular abroad for years. Who would have guessed? The first one appeared in Taiwan in 1998. But the phenomenon shortly after took off into Japan, and now there's about 150 of them. Founders claim that they take every precaution for the healthy safety and feline happiness. Both cafes have plans for walls separating food ordering areas from cat interaction space, specific human-animal ratios, feline-only zones, cat behavioral consultants, hand-washing stations, and separate litter boxes. Thank God for the separate litter boxes. Oh, gosh. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will be talking about some Hollywood and Welcome back. Welcome to Hollywood. Yes. Okay. So we're gonna jump over to England for a little bit because I love the royal family. Yes, the Queen is at it again. Now, last week we learned that she's almost broke. She only has about $1 million in the bank. But now Yes, the Queen thinks that Duchess Kate should wear longer skirts and more jewels. They're broke. They don't need to be wearing jewels. But anyway, yes, the Queen is not keen on the Duchess of Cambridge's hemlines, apparently. Mm. Yes, Queen Elizabeth is going to take Kate's wardrobe a step up on the royal scale, and she and William will head to Australia and New Zealand in April. The tweaking of Kate's wardrobe will be a subtle but significant regal makeover. According to the Mail, of course, the Queen is lending Kate her personal dresser. This I gotta see. Angela Kelly, yes, that is the Queen's dresser. She's going to help prepare the new mother for the trip, along with encouraging the Duchess to learn more towards couture and designer pieces and staying away from high street brands. Yes, she's going to offer many of the Queen's statement of jewels and expected to be wear tiaras favorited by the Queen and the Queen Mother. It's sure going to be a change from her rocking Zara jewelry and Topshop dresses. But she'll look lovely, of course, because she's got, like Diana had, she's got the knack of putting old and new, cheap and expensive together and making it work. That's a true queen. Yes, so yes, they're not happy with her designers. However, the Duchess is already speaking to Alice Temperley and Alexander McQueen, Sarah Burton, who are creating custom gowns and day dresses for her. Yes, the frilled, girlish frocks that she used to have been is outlawed in this case. Yes, they distract from her newly grown-up image, and she'll need to project and always prevent any wardrobe malfunctions. Yes, but we know always, a flowy skirt is not always your best friend in the wind. So anyway, yes. That would be the royalty news. Now Hollywood. Now, let's see. How many people are Susan Lucci fans? I absolutely love Susan Lucci. And I know this is kind of way back, but this is something I just read and I was shocked. Okay. Playing one of the most recognized soap opera characters of all time, Susan Lucci ruled daytime drama as Erica Kane on All My Children. 41 years of playing this character, Erica, Lucci told Oprah on Where Are They Now how she found out the show was going to be canceled in 2011. And these are her words exactly. I found out about the cancellation of All My Children from ABC on the day it was announced. Pretty sad. I found out just minutes before the public found out, but we all found out. She was blindsided and she didn't see it coming. Honey, I would too. 41 years of being Erica Kane and all the men. Many, many, many men. Yes, from her home in New York, Lucci shows the room where she watched the final episode of All My Children by herself. She said she needed to think. She said she needed to think I went through all the different phases of mourning. Yes, she says she was in denial. There was a bit of anger. She was shaken to the core professionally, and she thought she would never work again, and no one would ever hire again. Well, luckily, Susan, yes, the answer was yes. The 67-year-old actress now plays Genevieve Delatour on Devious Maids, a role that she just absolutely loves. Yes, so you can see her on Devious Maids. I don't even know if that show's still on. I don't know, I didn't check it. So anyway, so there you have it. Well, my friends, thank you for watching another episode of Wake Up with Jaclyn. Again, I am Jaclyn St. James, and I'll see you next week with another show. I'll talk to you later.